God, you have blessed us with memory, reason, and skill. Help us to use them wisely in the service of our town government. We ask this in thy holy name, amen. Flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all for coming. We need approval of the June 12th minutes, our last board meeting. Pardon? Well, we got one gentleman, I believe, is going to address us later, am I correct? Yes. Yeah. Do you have any words of wisdom for us, Nicky? You're the only other one in the audience.
I'm here, but I have no words of wisdom.
You got some words of wisdom
No,
for us?
no, I don't.
Thank you. Okay, now I do need a motion to approve the minutes of June 12th.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll second that motion.
Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Town clerk's monthly report. Need to approve.
I make the motion we approve the monthly town clerk's report. Very well done, Ken.
I'll second that one. Thank you.
Nice job, Billy.
Any questions? All those, I didn't ask. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. We need to approve the building, utility building pre-bills for the water and sewer usages going up. This is something that we are fairly new, I believe, we're doing, when we do it this way. We have a list of all the accounts and, what they owe.
I make a motion that we approve the utility billing pre-bill report.
Do I have a second?
Yes, you do, that's second.
Thank you. Any questions? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. We have a letter here, I mentioned it last month. I did, it's from Bill Favreau, our town attorney, pertaining to a contract, pertaining to the possible sale of a piece of property that we own. And I did call Bill and convey the sentiment of the board that we reserve the right away for those possible water and sewer lines, and we were going to enter that into that contract. Okay. I have not heard back from him, but I do need a motion to approve that as such.
Don't you want to wait until we get that back?
So, we can,
This doesn't state anything
Okay.
about the
Well, it's-
facility.
it states the amount of the sale. Okay.
But we discussed that with Alan, he said we should actually hold off on that, we'll find out what that big plan's gonna be.
Well,
Right, Al?
Yeah, I thought it would be a good idea, I mean, there's no hurry for it.
No hurry on this.
we did talk about reserving the right to water and sewer, right away, that's what we call it. And Bill thought that was, more than fair.
Well, I really don't think we should make a move on it, because we're sure we're actually standing in the sewer water issue.
How did Matt Cooper feel about it?
He was gonna look at, he was gonna run that little square up, and he was gonna come back to us with a letter. And I don't think, did you get it from Matt on that? Remember I asked him
No,
about
man,
that? Okay, good.
Yeah, we'll table it till next
Table it
week.
till next week, and I'll have that report from Matt.
Bill does know that we do want that
Reservation.
right away for possible use for water and sewer.
Yeah, we might have to put a little building up there, or so many things open, until we really know.
Right away.
Back in the engineer, right?
Okay, I got no problem with that. We'll go off on that. Okay. The next thing, you have your property tax service work schedule. The assessors are here Mondays and Fridays. And Fridays, they're always in the building. On Mondays, it's possible they'll be out in the field working, doing assessments. They're always here on a Friday. Okay, that's for information only. Okay. The next thing is real property, it's also from the real property office in Plattsburgh. This is pertaining to parcels of land, omitted tax parcels. Now, these are parcels that, where people had exemptions, and they sold the property during the year, and the next person does not qualify for the exemption, so they go back on the 100% tax roll. So that's strictly for information only. That check will come later from the county. And the next one is from the New York State Property Tax Service, stating that we are at 100% equalization rate, as every other town in the county is also. Strictly for information. You have your dog complaint log for a month. Some activity there for sure. The next letter is from Magna Markets, addressed to Julie, pertaining to the dog patrol officer's inspection report. I think it's once a year, they inspect his property, make sure that his holding equipment is properly maintained in sanitary conditions, and we did pass that, no problems. Should be for your information. Okay, we have Clinton County Highway Department contract. I only got 3 copies. I got to sign them and send them back. Pertaining to the county, town doing county roads in the wintertime as far as sanding, plowing. We are getting a raise. It's a 3-year contract. This coming year, 2012, actually this year, Alan, 2012, 13. Their year starts at, Alan, the fall of the year. I mean, what do they consider the start of the snow season there?
I think it's November 1st.
November 1st, okay. Okay, this coming year, we're going to get $89,279. The second year of the contract is 2013-14, we'll get $91,962. Third and final year of the contract, 2014-15, we receive $94,724. We need a motion to approve the contract. Alan, would you like to address the issue at all? I mean,
No.
it seems more than fair.
Yeah, we've had a pretty good winter last winter, so we don't know what we're gonna get this winter, so we were ahead last winter.
It's always a chance, right?
Yeah. No, I think it's pretty fair.
Yeah, I think 2-3 years ago, we got a little of nothing, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well, everything was up, salt had gone up, we moved pretty hard that year.
Okay. So if it's the will of the board, we do need a motion to approve.
Make a motion, we approve the contract with Clayton County for the plowing.
As read. Okay.
I'll second that motion.
And thank you. Any questions, concerns? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. We got several resolutions to handle here tonight. Number 1, the town board resolution authorizing the town to increase the contribution of $3,946.47 to cover the project costs for redesigning the pump. Is that the final figure, Alan? Mickey?
Well, this is the cost that went above and beyond what we got for grant money. This is where we redesigned the
Okay.
top cover there, we drill all the holes. So it was a change order, so this is what that reflects.
Okay. Then I do need a motion to approve that.
I'll make a motion that we approve the $3,946.46 to cover the project cost of the redesign of the pump for the district.
Blue Boss. Route 11 water district.
Route 11
Sewage.
wastewater.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, is there any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Now the next one. The town board needs a resolution to indicate the acceptance of the project as completed and recommended final payment. Now, the final payment, I think you said could be up to somewhat less than 6,000, you thought, right?
Correct. This has to go to the USDA as part of the process for closing out the grant.
Okay, if it's the will of the board, I think the resolution probably should read, indicating the acceptance of the project is completed, recommending the final payment up to $6,000. Would that be acceptable?
Well, it's two different things. This is a resolution that the USDA needs, that you're accepting the project and you're authorizing final payment. Now, if you want to pay the contractor off, that should be a separate motion, I think.
Okay, we'll do it that way, I have no problem with that. So the motion is just as it reads here, number 2, recommend the board, town board resolution indicating the acceptance of the project as completed and recommending final payment. Can I have a motion for that, please?
I'll make a motion that we pass a resolution indicating acceptance of the project on the West Dubar Road as completed and recommending final payment.
I'll second that one.
Any questions? Those in favor?
Aye.
Myself, passes. Now, we need a motion for the,
Well, I would think that, I mean, we don't have the actual bill here from them, but when you pay your monthly bills, it would be like a bill that you would read, but just stipulate up to $6,000. It's less than that, it's 5 something, I don't have the exact number.
okay, we do need to final this project out here, so if we're gonna have a motion, pay up to $6,000, no more. To the contractor, it's final payment for the contractor.
Correct.
Okay.
You're gonna be reimbursed through the grants, it's the final pay.
We all understand that?
I make a motion that we pay the final payment to the contractor, and we'll wait for the second then.
Up to $6,000.
Up to $6,000.
Thank you. I don't believe it's that much. Okay. Thank you, Dennis. Any questions on this?
I just think it's worth commenting again that the 3,900 is something that we're paying above and beyond what was agreed to
Right,
originally.
correct.
This amount is because the contractor hasn't been paid yet, he's screaming for his money, so we're gonna pay that, but that will be reimbursed back to us
Right.
by the USDA grant when it finally comes in.
Apparently, the USDA is slower than the contractor would like. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Now we need a motion to establish the workday for the swim director as a 6-hour work. This is a part-time summer employee.
Okay, I'll do it. I make a motion to establish the standard workday for the swim director, 6 hours per day.
Okay, do I have a second to that motion?
I'll second that motion.
You want to explain that, Marty?
Oh, well, yeah,
I make the motion because I understand that. I mean, does anybody understand?
For the retirement board, New York State retirement, you have to establish you can establish a 6, 7, or 8-hour workday. Now, for instance, Alan's an 8-hour workday, I believe Julie is too, Jane. Okay, those that are not covered by a union contract. Okay. Most state workers are 7-hour workdays, I believe. Okay. This is strictly for the retirement board. You, further comments on it, or?
No, that's just for everybody that's understanding
Yes.
the reasoning behind it.
Okay. Did I have a motion second on that, Bill? Okay. I need to, if there's no other questions, those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, emergency services recommended that we rename the Lapeer Road off the Stetson Road. That's a road that's cut off by a bridge that's no longer in service on the Warfield Road. And they don't want both ends of that road named the same. So we have to rename one end or the other. For emergency services, Alan, if I'm correct, on the east end of that road that we're renaming, there is no dwellings, is there?
No.
Okay, but we still, for future references, if there's ever
What
a
happens, the bridge cuts it off, so you get an accident or something, and they go to Lapeer Road, or which end of Lapeer Road? You know, do they come in from 9B, or they come in from the Stetson Road?
Well, we
So
could-
last month, we approved, they used to be called Old State Road, that section. We took that off. Then he come and see me one day at the road, and he said, it's gonna work, but we should at least put another name on it. And I talked it over in the office, and I could come up with a different name, and they did. I guess it'll work.
We did this on Anchor Road also a few years ago.
Yeah.
That was cut off. Their road closed crossing. So I do need a motion to rename Lapeer Road. It's been recommended that we name it Inland Lane.
I so move, well, only portion of it, right?
Well, it would be,
From Stetson Road.
Stetson Road to the bridge, and on the other side,
Okay.
it's
Still-
road called the Bureau.
Yep, yes.
I'll second that motion.
any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay. Alan, highway report.
I got about 3 more days on that Creek Road, then it'll be ready to pave, and I got about a week's work on the Leggett Road. So hopefully by next town board meeting, it'll be all paved. We put a lot of time, that Creek Road was more of a job than I expected, but I'm gonna get it done.
Maybe it'd be a good idea if you're going on the Leggett Road after,
Yeah.
to make it, you know, the limited traffic would help you. You're gonna be putting culverts across the road.
Oh, yeah, I closed the road.
But I'm just saying, maybe it'd be a good idea, I don't know, you know, especially,
Yeah, if I know there's one big culvert on that road, I'm gonna have to close the road. Close the road for a couple of hours and call it in. I mean, it's not stuck on that road. I mean, where that big culvert is, there's nobody that lives there, so they can come in.
so you'll
Just
be
for
putting,
emergency services, if something happens, well, I can always bury the hole, if I know there's nothing.
so you could put it on the corner of the Hayford Road, and then Clark Road, or
Yeah.
either way, or all the way down.
Yeah, I got that. It's been done last year when we did that.
The only people that's gonna affect is the bees.
Pertaining to the same subject, we do intend to put a new culvert on Stony Point Road this coming year, this summer here. We had the culvert, and there was a question of whether the road would be closed or not. The road will not be closed, that's my understanding. We're gonna have to do like half of it at a time.
Yeah.
There's no other way for fire or ambulance service to get out there. There's only one way out, so we cannot close the road legally. We'll do our best to keep it open. It might be limited traffic, but it will be open. Okay. Anything else, Alan, or no?
No, but
Does anybody have any, committee reports? I know of none. I do need to.
Just on the water and sewer, I contracted with that outfit down there, already smoking, through the generators. We were supposed to come up Monday, we missed it, but I gave them a list of the parts they needed, they couldn't come up with something, but I don't remember what it was exactly, but she called me, we're gonna reset a date on that. Well, the thing is, I gave them a list of the parts that you
She's
couldn't
way
tell
out.
them off the machines.
I'm trying to put, buy new.
We did get a letter from County Treasurer's Office. Please fund the enclosed check for the amount of $213,926.17. This check represents the second quarter distribution of 2012 sales tax revenue. Okay, we just, it's strictly for information, it's slightly above, if I'm correct, it's $8,000, $9,000, and $10,000 area over and above what was projected. $8,000. So that's always a good sign. Julie, do you have anything for the board?
The only thing I have is that the town of Champlain will be having their annual yard sale on August 18th. And along with that, the Champlain Telephone Company will have their open house. I believe the Village of Champlain is having something too. So if anybody wants to get on the map, they can call me.
Thank you. Does anybody else have anything to report before the board before I pay the bills? Yes, yes. I need a motion to approve, you got your post audit bills. We need to approve the monthly bills. Here in front of you there. Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the monthly?
I'll make a motion to approve the monthly bills as listed.
I'll second that.
Do we have to include that other one, or is that gonna be a separate one, that one to pay the contractor that?
No, that bill, that check will go out, how will that work, you know?
There's one.
Do we have to include that in the monthly bills?
Yeah.
You proved it earlier, so.
Yeah, it's already approved, so you have a motion.
It's in the minutes.
You made a
Okay.
motion earlier to approve it. didn't you?
Yeah, okay, all right.
Okay.
That stand as a,
Motion to approve the bills, I have a second.
I second it.
Thank you. Any questions on the monthly bills? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Calvin, you had something?
Yeah, I think Steve mentioned the Dubois Road, and I remembered something I thought of this week. I went down the Dubois Road, headed toward Perry's Mills, because it had some trees down there, and I wanted to, but I think we've talked about this before. You know, now that Cardin Road looks so inviting, you're coming down that Dubois Road with no, last second view of people coming from that curve. I just really think coming from Perry's Mills, there should be a yield sign there, even though you're staying on the same road. Because you're coming down that Dubois Road, and you've got that Cardin Road right ahead of you. There's really not much that's telling you that you're actually going onto another road and should be yielding to the guy coming from Perry's Mills.
I think there was a double arrow on that one, but it's gone now.
So that scares the
Really,
heck out of me if
what
people
it should be straight, there should be a stop sign there for curve.
stop on the Dubois.
That's right, that's
Yeah.
the way it
That
should
would-
be.
that'd be
I
great.
mean, I don't know how that was ever designed, but say like you come down the hill, you can shoot right across when there's somebody coming, but really, it should, that guy that's coming from Perry's Mills, there should be a stop sign there.
Yeah, he has the right of way because
He's
he's
got the
staying
right
on the
of way.
same road, but he's gonna be dead
Well,
right.
it's just like us the other day working there, I almost got flipped the same way.
Yeah.
With a truck.
Al, is that something we can do, or do we need state approval?
No, I can do that.
You can put stop sign without?
No, I can't put a stop sign, but I can yield sign like you suggested, I can do that.
Well, the town has, you could
Yeah.
probably put in motion to pass, put a stop sign in there, put a yield in the meantime, and probably put in motion to
You'd
put a
have to
stop sign
turn
there.
things around and put I'd have to get the county to come in and look at it, see if it's.
Because in Lincoln Rouse's Point, if you come in off 276 from the border, you're coming up Pratt has the right of way, and that's
Yeah.
the continuation of 276. So even though you're going to the same road, you still have stop signs.
Have a stop sign. I know, I've looked at that, and I see some close ones there.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before, somebody gets seriously injured there.
You can put a needle sign up, Alan?
Yeah.
And we would need, count or somebody to look at it, where we put
If
stop
you
sign.
decide to put a stop, you decide to put a stop sign.
I think the stop sign is the answer. But a yield sign would, in the meantime, would,
Yeah, you put a yield sign.
Okay, no problem. That's a good suggestion. We looked at that when I was up there talking to you a couple of weeks ago. We know exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
do we need a motion to do that?
No, Alan put a sign up without it.
Okay.
Alan?
Yeah.
how about putting the stop sign in motion?
The next step and do the stop sign.
The next step is the stop sign.
How do you want to handle that?
Well, if we get a motion, put a stop sign there, then I'll have to get somebody higher up and come and, advise me how to go about it.
I'll entertain a motion just to explore the option of doing that, okay?
I mean, I brought that up before, and like, Calvin, it is a scary future right there, the way that's designed. Somebody comes down that hill, and going to the straight, and there's a guy coming, that's the full right away.
You're absolutely right. Let's just make a motion to, let Alan explore the feasibility of putting a stop sign there. Okay? Can I have that motion? Dennis?
I'll make that motion.
Dennis made the motion. Have a second.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approved.
Great suggestion, Calvin.
Thank you.
Good idea. I do need an executive session for a possible contract.
I make a motion to go into executive session for possible contract negotiation.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.